Hello guys, welcome back to the next tutorial. In this one we're going to start talking about the control structure of the program, how it works in Python language. So before landing to that thing, first we're going to talk about the comparators because that's going to compare the conditions, and that is really an essential part of control flow because that actually decides where the program should go. So let's talk about if you're sounding this weird, then don't worry about it. Let's start with the tutorial. So I created one more package up here called the control structure and created a new Python file called comparators. So in this one, we're going to take a look at all these things. So I'm going to put all these into the comments, the description. So the first one is double equals, and this one refers to equality. So basically it compares the value, equality operator, equality comparator, or you can say anything. The second one is not equal to. So this is exclamation sign and the equal sign, and this is not equal to. So not equal to, and I'll explain these in a bit more detail. Then we talk about less than. So this is less than, and then greater than, right? So this is greater than, and then we have less than equal to. So less than or equal to, so it compares both the things. And then we have greater than equal to, so it compares these two things. So it compares if the value is greater than or equal to, right? So let's talk about what these things are. So what they do is they actually check the value of two variables or two operands. It could be numeric value and all those things, and it could be a string as well. It compares the two values and verify if one of the value is greater than or less than or equal to the another value, and then it returns a boolean. So a boolean would be either a true or a false. So what I meant by that is, let's define a variable called maybe bool1, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna compare two values. So let's say I want to compare 10 equals to 10. So here I'm using the value equality comparator, which is double equals, right? So then what I'm doing is, and notice the difference guys, that double equals is the comparator and the single equals is the assignment. So whatever value comes out of these two comparisons, this one comparison basically of these two values will be assigned to this variable bool1, right? So these two are not the same thing. This is the assignment operator and this is the comparison operator, right? So let's print the value of bool1. Let's print the value of bool1 and let's see what we get. So I'm gonna run this code and I get true, right? Because 10 is equals to 10, right? So let's say if I put 11 here, and now I'm trying to verify if 10 is equals to 11. Let's see what we get. We get false, right? So this is what I was talking about when I was saying that we compare two values and we assign the value to a boolean. So basically, even if we don't assign a value, don't worry about assigning a value. What we are doing here is we're comparing two things, and the comparison would yield either true or false if something is equal to other thing or it's not equal to other thing. So either it's true or it's false. So this thing returns us true or false, and there's something basically we are just capturing the outcome of this comparison. This thing works the same way. So let's compare not equal right now. So let's get the value of not equal, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say 10 is not equal to 10. Let's first do this, and in this print one right now I'm gonna print the not equal one, right? So not equal, and that's what I'm printing. So let's run the code, and what does it say? It says false, because what I'm trying to ask is that 10 is not equals to 10, which is false, right? Because 10 is equals to 10. So that's why it's returning me false here. If I say 10 is not equals to 11, then I'm going to get true, right? Because my 10 is not equals to 11. That's right. right? So that's what we can verify. So let's try to do less than. So less than, and I'm gonna say 10 is less than 10, which is not true, right? So I'm gonna say less than and then run the code. So 10 is less than 10, which is false because 10 is equals to 10. It's not less than, right? But if I say 10 is less than maybe 100, then definitely I'm gonna get true, right? So this is the less than comparator. So now let's take a look at greater than. So greater than. So what we're gonna say here is 10 is greater than 10 again. So we're gonna see both the things again and again, right? So we're gonna just look up all these things in detail. So let's run the code, and it's again false because 10 is not greater than 10. But if I say 10 is greater than 9, then of course 10 is greater than 9 and I'm gonna get true, right? So that's how it works, guys. All these comparison operators, they works like comparing both the values and yielding the output. Now let's take a look at a couple of more interesting one, right? So greater than and equal, right? So what is this thing? If I say so actually we should first take a look at less than and equal. So less than equal, what I'm trying to do is 10 is less than equals to 10. So let's try to take a look at this one. So let's print this and let's see what happens. And it says true, right? So what it does is, guys, that it verifies, it tries to compare both these values, and it sees that if the first value is either less than the second value or if it's equal to the second value. So that's what it says, right? Less than or equal to. So if it's not less than equal, if it's not less than the second value, and if it's not less but it's equal to the second value, then also it returns true. So let's say if I say here 9, then it's gonna give me false because 10 is neither equal to 9 and or not 10 is less than 9. So it's not less than 9 and it's not equal to 9. So that's why it returns false. But if I say 11, then also I'm gonna get true. Why? Because 10 is less than 11. So it's not equal to 11, but it's less than 11. So that's what it compares to. Either the first value is less than the second value. If it's not less than, then it should be either equal to the second value. Then it returns true, otherwise it returns false. So this is gonna be, it's gonna return me true for 10 less than 11. It's gonna be returning true for 10 less than equal to 11, and 10 less than equal to 10, it's gonna return true. Same thing goes with the greater than thing. So if I say 10 greater than equals to 10, I am gonna get true because 10 is not greater than 10, but it's equal to 10, right? So if I print this thing, let's do that, I'm gonna get true. That's it, right? But if I say 11, 10 is neither greater than 11 nor equal to 11, I'm gonna get false. But if I try to check with 9, I'm gonna get true because 10 is greater than 9, right? So that's what the work of these comparators, right? So that's what I wanted to show you guys in this tutorial. So I would just say download this file for reference, try to poke around, try to modify some values, these values, and try to print something so you get hang of it, that how these comparators work, which thing is equal to what or not. And you can do something like this as well, right? So 10 is equals to, let's do this is cool, just one thing I'm gonna show. So maybe this one. So let's say 10 is greater than 11 is showing me false, right? But what if I say 11 minus 1? Let's do this, and it says true because it's gonna evaluate 11 minus 1 as 10, and then it's gonna compare 10 is greater than equal to 10, which is true because it's equal to 10. So just poke around, just change some values, just figure out few things and practice a bit. Let me know if you have any questions, guys. Stay tuned for the next lectures. Thanks for learning this one. Thank you.